What's up, everybody? Welcome to Outfaded Gold. I'm Cameron James. Joining me as always, Jason Porter, just Matt, and not on screen right now is Microsoft's finest, Justin Vitale, because he has a child that none of us have. And he's
cool.
late.
Let's talk shit about Microsoft while we have time.
The fact that Justin didn't know that MLB The Show was coming to my Xbox blows my mind. Like, how did he miss that?
Tisk.
Like, Sean was talking about it today, and he was like, dude, I can't believe Xbox is doing that. I was like, who cares? Like, yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's MLB The Show. Cool. It's a baseball game. I'm sure that, people are bummed out, but that's not a selling point still to buy fucking Game Pass.
The crazy part about the trailer, though, which was on Twitter, which people were like, wow, that's like the craziest thing I've seen all day, was when the trailer starts for it, it shows the PlayStation Studios logo and then immediately cuts and goes to the Microsoft logo. And people were like, huh? But it's just MLB. Like, unless you like baseball, who the fuck out? No one else cares.
Yeah. Well, that's like even with Outriders, when you start the game, there's a huge Microsoft symbol that pops up on the bottom. I'm like, what? I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, this is so weird.
That's why it's on Games Pass then.
Yeah, it's like you can't miss it. Oh, you can't miss it. It's pretty fucking prominent about Microsoft is doing its thing. But Jason, you gonna tell us what this thing is, or we have to wait?
Oh, yeah. So, So. It's no secret. I just tried The Witcher. Like, I could not get into The Witcher. Whatever. Tried it many times. We've discussed it at length on this show before. I did, however, really get into the Netflix series. And I started it a couple weeks ago, and I finally had a chance this week. I just binged over 3 nights. I just binged the entire like 7 remaining episodes that I had. Got into it so much that now The Witcher 3 is downloading onto the PS4. Whoa. So I'm going to give it another shot. Witcher Watch is officially back. Witcher Watch 2.0.
Holy shit.
Holy that is not what I was expecting you to say at all.
Oh my God.
I
mean,
anything
Witcher season 2 is finished filming.
What'd you say?
The second season of The Witcher show is finished filming, so that'll be out sometime this year. So fuck yeah. Oh my God, I'm so happy.
Yeah, but no. Because what's gonna happen? We know what's gonna happen here. You're gonna play it, and you're gonna get to the same spot you always did, and you're gonna be like, I'm out.
No, I'm not starting it over because the save file was still in the cloud. So I downloaded that save file, which I don't know, 15 hours into it, 18 hours into it. But no, I'm not fucking around with Whiterun ever again. So,
all right.
So what have you been playing? Because it says your PS5 isn't turned on in like 2 weeks.
Not true.
Was it? I looked the other day and I looked at it. So he hasn't been on.
Yeah, no, I was on today just because I was moving some stuff back and forth between that and PS4. I've been doing Elite Dangerous, Gemstone, and I've been watching a lot of TV this week just because I didn't have long days, late nights. I didn't have the mental capacity to actually sit and play something. Okay. Or to start something new. So I just kind of like dicked around in ED and some Gemstone, but lots of Netflix.
Next week will be The Witcher. You're playing The Witcher and you're super balls deep into it, and you're
right.
Yeah, I can't wait to find out if you stick to it, what school you pick. Very curious to know what school you pick in terms of your armor and your weaponry.
Did they explain
it?
I don't remember that picking the school.
Well, because you don't actively pick a school, basically. You have the ability to go and find quests for different armor sets, but each of the armor sets and the different styles of weapons you can find are parts of different schools, like Witcher schools. So there's the Witcher, there's the school of like the cat, there's the school of the viper, the school of the griffin, school of the bear. That's my fucking favorite one, was School of the Bear. All kinds of them. And I think, that's funny enough, I actually think that Henry Cavill said he's all about Bear School armor too. Like, just fucking building yourself up like a brick shit house, and you just take damage like it's nothing, and you just dish it out, but you're just slow as fuck in terms of movement.
I couldn't get into the Witcher TV show. I watched like the first 3 episodes, and I was just kind of like,
It took. I watched the first one and I liked it, and then I think there was like a 3-week stretch where just so much other stuff going on, and then I watched the second episode. I want to say Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. And then I'm like, all right, I got into it like maybe 15, 30 minutes into about halfway through the third episode. Like that's when it really like took off for me. But
yeah, I think I said this before on the show. I kept literally falling asleep in the same episode. I watched the same episode like 4 times. And I was like, I can't watch this episode again. Like I have no idea what's going on. And I mean, maybe I'll try to watch it again, but I don't know.
I was like that with there's one episode of Parks and Rec that I haven't seen because I just kept on falling asleep like 6 minutes into it. And I'd go back and there's one episode in like the middle of season 5. I just couldn't tell you anything about it.
Yeah. I hate when that happens. Then you watch a show and then you remember watching again. And I'll try to get into it again. I got nothing to do and nothing to watch, but actually there is something I have been doing, but I will talk about that in a second because I'm going to let Justin in this chat.
Oh wow, it's about fucking time.
Microsoft's Finest has joined us, everybody.
His audio is not the finest, so let's see what you got, Cam.
No, but he did buy $400. He did buy $400 headphones.
$500
headphones.
$500
stupid
plus tax, so probably close to like 540 something.
Yeah,
just gonna put it out there. I haven't paid sales tax in 2 years.
Well, it's because you live in fucking Delaware, so fuck
now?
you.
Yep.
No.
Better.
Like, how much better, Matt?
Like your level,
more better.
Your level,
much more better.
Put it this way, Justin. Your level on the
Many
screen.
More betters.
Your level on the screen is hitting number 40 on my screen, -40. Everyone else is hitting -25.
Okay, so you want me to yell louder?
You're still not moving. You're still in
more louder.
Or you're adjust your levels again.
Yeah, I don't know.
Told you we were gonna have trouble getting this one off the ground.
It's all right. It's all right. I got the screen right. That's all that matters.
One of the engines, I think, just blew up on the side. I think we might have to pull this one back around.
But all right. Well, Justin. So I took the dive and I went and bought Outriders.
Oh, I didn't have to.
And I have to say one thing about Outriders. I will say, it may be my destiny. I thoroughly enjoy that game, and I've played it for probably about 10 hours.
Can we not discuss this off?
8 of those hours were spent on loading screens because the fucking servers are broken.
Actually, no. Only a couple of them were. The thing about the game that I did not like at all was when you pick
the game
your class, they don't actually tell you what once the techno guy just says the techno dude just literally says use his gadgets, and I'm like, all right, fine. So as you play, like I started playing with other people, and the guy that uses the gadget, he has grenades, he throws a fucking turret. I'm like, what? Oh my god, does throw fucking fireballs because it doesn't like tell you any like the actual things are. So that was the one thing I was bummed out about because now I'm like, fuck, I really wish I played as the other character. But
would you say you were essentially throwing science at the wall to see what stuck?
What?
Matt, no, Matt. No.
But it's cool. It's cool. I mean, you can't. It's really hard to get 3 people in a group for some reason. To match me. No.
People playing
no,
it.
the first day I was able to get in groups every 5 seconds, but then yesterday I only played for like an hour and I couldn't get into a group. But it's.
I feel like once they fix the server issues, it'll be a lot more better.
Yeah, it's cool. I think it's a fun game. I mean,
in like 3 minutes. Love you guys.
Well, Cameron, look at it this way: until they fix the servers, you can dick around with Portal 2.
Fuck that! I ain't playing that damn game. But no, it's definitely. I can see where it gets resemblance from like a Destiny or like Borderlands. I just wish it was a little better. Like I'll probably see the entire game out, and then I might pick another character.
Yeah. So the reason why I didn't want to discuss this on stream was because if Matt and I can tell you anything about Destiny after we've been playing it for the amount of time that we have, is that first impressions are awesome. Give it a month.
No, I know. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna be great. I'm just saying like maybe it's the game where I can jump into. It kind of reminds me like what I wish the Division was, but
tried to be.
Yeah, and it didn't. It didn't.
Wished it was.
The story. The storyline is basic sci-fi. Earth gets wiped out. They make a new Earth. You go to sleep for 35 years, wake up, it's a shithole, and you got to figure out what this fucking energy source is.
It wasn't as bad as Anthem.
Yeah.
Sorry, I put a lot of time in Anthem. Whatever.
And
I did. Yeah. Listen, I've said numerous times.
The gameplay.
I got my money's worth out of it, and the flight was like the most ridiculously fun shit in that entire fucking game.
The gameplay is
so
not
good,
bad, but what you needed from a game like that for the combat loop, not there.
No, like I was talking about it with a friend of mine recently. Like being I believe it was called the Storm class, which was like the wizard.
Mm-hmm.
It was so satisfying. Just fucking hovering high up and just throwing magic at people, and then they were like, shit was exploding, fire, lightning, just freezing shit. There was a lot of very satisfying things about the combat, but it just wasn't there. The end game shit was terrible. The loop was fucking non-existent. It was just so bad, and it was this world that was empty as fuck and didn't look that great. So, but
yeah, when I was reading something like this game, a lot of people say don't use cover, just run in like a bat out of hell, and I've tried that and I got my ass handed to me in a second. So anyone that says don't use cover in that game was I don't know. And I also don't like
anybody that tells you in games like that not to use cover is probably an idiot. Their cover's there for a reason.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too, that which sucks when you pick the character is like it says, okay, this guy's made for like long range, this guy's made for short, yada yada yada. It doesn't do shit. Like literally, my guy is supposed to be like a mid-range guy, and I'm literally running around with a sniper rifle and picking everybody apart. Like the gut, like that.
And maybe they've got like an aptitude for like they handle those weapons better, but they can still use everything else just as fine. I don't know. That seems very loose, though. Like
yeah, well, that's why I wish they gave more. Like, hey, if you pick the techno guy, whatever he was, like you got grenades in the turret, where the pyro mance or whatever they call it. You just throw fireballs and you can raise like volcanoes from the ground, which is what I just do and run around. But I like the game. It kind of what's the word? Something my itch scratches my itch.
Piques your interest. It scratches your itch. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
Yeah, because like I said, I was in a bad rut and nothing was sticking.
If it's alcohol.
So, what about you?
Are we recording?
Yeah, we've been recording.
Who's you? Yeah.
I didn't know when to get in. Oh, okay. All right.
We've been recording. I said that before. I said we're welcoming Microsoft's Finance.
I didn't know we were obscene gestures before. We're like, that's going to be on the fucking. That's going to be the thumbnail.
We're 15 minutes in.
It's going to be on the thumbnail.
What was that game I sent you? That was on Game Pass.
I mean, I don't know. I don't pay attention to Games Pass because I don't have it.
No, it was. Hold on. It was wild. I have to scroll up because you and I message each other a lot.
Well, while you look for that, Matt, you're playing Disco Elysium?
I haven't started it just yet because I made sure that I got it the other day because I obviously want to play it. And when they launched it on console, it was on sale on PlayStation Plus, which is very nice. So it was an extra like $10 off. So I wanted to make sure I got it while it was on sale because I'd kick myself in the ass if I didn't fucking get it and I lost that sale price. But no, I will be starting it. I think there was they already released their first patch for it to fix a couple things, but there was something that I read that kind of spooked me a little bit, and I was like,
"What?"
I think I want to wait maybe a little longer, but I might start like tomorrow. But that's a game where like I can't be listening to anything in the background or be in like a chat party. Like I have to just fucking play that game. But there was an article that was written that was saying, or I might have just been on Reddit where people were saying that like. If the game crashed at any point, it had the potential to erase it, to corrupt your save file, like your auto save file. So they recommended that people saved manually as often as possible to avoid that issue. And I don't always rely on auto saves. Like I'll manually save periodically, but that kind of, bothers me that could potentially happen. You could be 25 hours into the game and your shit gets corrupted. So I'm kind of a little like I just want to wait till that gets resolved or until I hear more about it. Could have been just a fluke. I don't know, but kind of.
Yeah, I played probably 2 or 3 hours of it, and I was out. I was like, this is not a cam game.
It could be a cam game. It might just not be the right cam time.
Yeah, it was when you play it, you'll be able to understand like the way that it doesn't control very well. It's kind of wonky. I found myself Yeah, like I find myself like item will highlight. You go to the item and it'll run over to the item, but somebody will step in front of your way and it blocks a thing, and then you got to wait for them to move. And I was like, God damn it! Like, why can't you?
That's something that can be optimized, though. That can be fixed.
Yeah,
but that's going to take time. But it's the difference between using a joystick on a fucking controller and the difference between using a mouse and a keyboard. So there is going to be that very big difference in terms of like precision, I guess, would be the issue. I mean, I think I've seen that's everybody's biggest complaints is like you put your cursor over something and it doesn't quite connect. And then some people are saying that the subtitle text can be too small, like even at its largest on some screens can be like obnoxiously small.
Well, I've had parts where like a character will be talking to you, and then all of a sudden the next text box they don't speak, and then the next text box they speak again. I'm like,
what did you say during that time?
Yeah, so I've seen that. Once you find like a world map, you have to buy it or you can steal it. It shows nothing. Like it doesn't actually show where you are on the map. It's just a map. So you kind of have to like know where you are and how to get. It's definitely a game where you have to. If I went to go back and try to play that game now, I would have no fucking idea what I was doing because.
No, maybe just hang back. And wait.
Yeah, so I'm gonna stick with my Outriders, and Justin, if you decide to download it, I guess we can crossplay.
Might. No, it's downloaded. I just haven't actually checked it out yet.
Is it crossplay?
Yes. It's in beta mode. That's pretty sweet. I don't know how.
I guess that would make sense. Actually, yeah.
You just can't. You won't be able to chat, obviously, but you'll be able to.
Well, we can chat on Discord. We can chat on Discord.
Yeah.
What's that?
The app I'm.
All right.
Wait, does Discord have an app on the PlayStation 5?
No, you would chat on your phone, Cameron.
You got it.
Seriously?
On your phone app. You just chat right through the phone app.
Or alternatively, I can bring my Series X over and a TV over, and I can hook that shit up, and we can play side by side.
Wait, you're gonna tell me you'd have to actually like text, like I'd have to connect Discord to my phone and just put headphones on? So why not just make a phone call?
I mean, there's that also, but
you also got minutes, Cam.
True, but I will say no. You
got minutes, bro.
There's no communication needed in this game. It's just like here's the first wave, wipe everybody out, and try to survive the best you can. But
just emote with each other and shoot.
That's what I do.
I need a gun.
That's what I do. I just pretty much emote everybody when I do it.
I need a weapon.
But Justin, what were you playing?
I randomly I know I'm gonna get fucking heat for this, but I mean, at this point, it's a broken record. I always check out what came out on Game Pass. 2 weeks ago, it was all that Bethesda fucking shovelware, fucking Doom and everything. But there was an interesting game on there called Naruto Boy. Narita Boy.
Someone was just talking about this on a podcast.
And this came out.
Yeah, it just came out. And the cover art for it was like Tron, like 8-bit Tron. I was like, what is that shit? Yeah. And I watched the trailer and I immediately sent it to Matt because I was like, what is this crap? It reminded me of, oh God, it was an old 16-bit game.
It's like a cinematic platformer, right?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's like Flashpoint.
The Outer World. No,
Outer Limits was a sci-fi TV show.
Yeah, I know it was a Twilight Zone. It was a Twilight Zone kind of.
I heard this game plays Odd World.
It's really weird, but like the music is bumping. Like it's tight. I'm enjoying myself with it so far. And then Marlene and I, we were actually we're gonna be checking out sometime in the near future. It Takes Two.
It Takes Two. Yay! I'm so happy. I want to play that, but I don't have a significant other, so I have.
I'll play with you in a non-significant other way.
So
hey, listen, Cameron. At least by the time we're done, our relationship will be like rock solid.
That's
by the time we're done. Yeah.
I wanted to play that game too, but I was like, I don't want to play this with.
Fuck yeah. Well, then if one of us gets it, then we get the free pass, and then we can just play.
Only one of you needs to get it. So like,
fucking sweet.
Somebody had put up in my Discord into the gaming general chat this YouTube channel of This Week in Video Games, and they put up a new episode every Wednesday, and it was like 20 minutes long, and like there was a lot of shit, and like I don't have time to fucking really read through all that. So, but like if I'm in my car and I'm listening to it on my way to work, yes, I can fucking definitely absorb all of that. And then they started talking about this It Takes Two game, and it was like maybe a minute into it. And I'm like, what is this shit? I have no idea what this is. And I got home and I checked out the trailer online, and I was like, hey, babe, check this out. And like she's like, oh, that looks really interesting. I was like, yeah. So we're gonna check that out. It looks
Should.
It's the No Way Out crew, right?
The reviews are amazing.
Same guy that did No Way Out, and it's like, I mean, I've been sold on it since I saw the first trailer. It just looks really nice.
The reviews are astounding.
Oh my god, yeah, they are through the roof, and it's only $40. So it's not like it's not a full price game. It's only $40.
Free for me? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not.
Free $40. It looks like it's worth every penny.
No, yeah. So, from the reviews that we've seen, not only on but everywhere, like this is being hailed as game of the year. Like this is being hailed as one of those do not miss experiences. Yeah. So, and I know Marlene and I, we always look for a nice co-op game to play. And
that's perfect. Then
this is right up our alley. Like this is something that we can sit back and enjoy and play together, which hasn't happened in quite some time. I can't even recall the last time we didn't play a game together where we weren't shooting things in the fucking face. So
then play that.
Yeah. Oh, one more thing I have to say about Outriders.
Oh, ooh.
Hold on. The thing that drives me nuts too, the game looks not like a current gen. It looks like a last gen game everywhere. The hair. I mean, I'm not surprised about that. The atmosphere looks good, but the character models are crap, and the fact there's no adaptive trigger usage at all in the game blows my mind.
That's
I don't get it. I'm like, wait, what? Like
that's awful.
It looks awful. It looks so bad.
Coming from playing, what was I playing the other day that was like going, what? Oh, like the fucking adaptive triggers in Avengers, it's wild. Like when you throw Cap's shield, though, like you hear the sound of that, like when it's bouncing, and then it feels the adaptive triggers.
How is that?
Like the best.
You want to talk about
honestly,
that?
It's not terrible. It's not the greatest either. It's just it's fun with friends. That's really it. Like it's better when you're playing with other people, but. It's just on the PS5 version, at least the graphics are really nice. The load times are really short. And the adaptive trigger shit is like through the roof. Like playing as Thor, like Thor's special attack in that game is he's like, you like click the triggers and then you select like a circle for where he's going to summon the Bifrost. And then he just shoots down on the Bifrost and like kills people. And the fucking controller goes wild, but it's not a bad game. Worth $60. No.
Should have got him when I was like 30.
Yeah, but it's whatever. I'm not going to complain.
So the game that I was mentioning, that Narita boy is called Another World, which came out in 1991, and it is a cinematic platform action adventure game. So but the art style was very reminiscent of this, and it was one of those weird games that nobody ever played back in the 16, but like the art style alone and the experience was something that resonated with me. Even I was like 9 years old, I think, maybe 10 when I played it, but it was still something that I was like, I still to this day haven't played anything like it until now. Like this is something it's delivering on that scale. So
ooh,
yeah, it has a
nice surprise
4.4 on Steam.
Yeah, it's the soundtrack's bumping, and it
I'm talking
definitely
about Another World.
Yeah, it's not a bad game for a fucking game that came out in 1991.
Atari?
Super Nintendo?
It says Atari ST.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Maybe originally, and then it was ported, but Atari was definitely not 91.
Delphine Software. I'm sorry about that. US Gold, Interplay, Virgin Interactive. Oh, those guys. Retro gaming platforms. Yeah, Atari. It was originally on the Amiga and the Atari ST. It was ported to 3D.
The Amiga.
The Amiga. All right. I know. It was ported over to everything. Sega CD, Sega Genesis, Super Nintendo, MS-DOS, Game Boy Advance, Jaguar, Mac OS, Apple IIs, Atari, Jaguar. Yep. It was everywhere.
PlayStation
I have something I want to bring up real quick.
20th anniversary came out on Android.
Everything.
Windows, 3DS,
Literally
everything from PS3.
Every console in existence at the time.
Pretty much.
Yeah, yes. Feel free to check this out if you guys have never played it out there. I highly recommend it. It is not a bad experience, especially as something that's been ported out for a 20th anniversary. It holds up well. So,
but don't play it on a PS4 because it only has a 50% on Metacritic.
That's because they don't know how to do backwards compatibility over there at Sony. They're just
blow me. So on
I'm
April
not wrong.
Fool's Day, April Fool's Day, there were a lot of announcements, obviously all bullshit, but there was one announcement that I saw that I thought was bullshit, but it actually turned out to be legitimate, and I can't fucking wait. There's a DLC coming out for Maneater.
Yeah.
And it looks so cool. I'm fucking sold. People, it's like this is gonna be like $15. I'm absolutely buying it. It looks great, but everybody thought it was total bullshit.
I thought it was.
And then they were like,
fucking
"No,"
stupid.
they're like, "No, haha, we got you because you thought we got you, but it's actually real and it's $15 and it's coming out this summer." I can't wait. I'm so fucking pumped for that. It looks so cool. There's gonna be aliens in it.
Well,
great. That game is weird as fuck to begin with, and the shark can get bigger now. The level cap's increasing. The shark can get even more better.
Well, I'll be playing a lot of Outriders tomorrow, Justin. If you need to get on, because I'm banned.
I'm Sunday tomorrow, bro.
I know, but I'm not allowed to be with my family because I work with too many people. And my sister's due in like 10 days. And
she's about to pop, isn't she?
Yeah, so she is. She's afraid that people. She's afraid. She's afraid that people around. So my parents are like, you can come if you want, but you can't take your mask off. I was like, I'm not gonna go there. Mom was like, you can just stay home and play video games all day. Then I was like, thank you.
Matt, did you come with us to Dave & Buster's for Cameron's birthday party that one year?
I did, yes. I was on the bus. There are pictures on my Instagram of us, me and Marlena.
You guys owned freaking Mario Kart for 4 hours.
Do you remember the bitch fit that Amanda threw because it was her birthday too?
And remember, I extended the time an hour just because she did that. I was like, just so you know, I bought I bought the party bus.
Holy
for an hour.
shit! It's like I've known you for fucking 10 years now, and I forget that you have a sister.
When did Wall open?
Really?
Cam, when did Wall open?
2012 or 13? Yeah.
So randomly, I got a. Cam, you're the only one here who'll know this, but randomly I got an order at the restaurant, and I looked at the name, and I'm like, that last name looks very familiar. And turns out it was Will. And I was like, oh my God, what are the chances of me? Will Cruz.
Oh,
yeah, it was weird. Small world. Interesting. Anyway,
like the times I used to come in and say I was Stephen Strange and ask for Justin.
Anyway, once again, this is Why I'm a Nerd. Since Alfred, go over to follow us on Instagram at Why I'm a Nerd, official, Facebook.com/WhyI'mANerd. Listen to new episodes every Monday on YouTube and your favorite podcast service. So this week, I believe we were talking about the topic that we were supposed to talk about 3 weeks ago, or 2 weeks ago. But
2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Which is favorite levels in
8 or 16-bit
8 or 16-bit gaming. So I'll be honest, I'm going to make this up on the fly because I don't really have many favorites except the minecart level in Donkey Kong.
Well, then you can start. Minecart level in Donkey Kong.
No, I mean, actually,
there you go.
On Donkey Kong topic, I will say that the overworld for Donkey Kong 3 I thought was really cool because you had like the little freaking hover freaking cart thingamajigger. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
it was like a hover cart thingamajigger.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, the hover cart thingamajigger.
And you actually,
how can you not know the hover cart thingamajigger?
You actually had to like hover cart around. I thought that was really I despise every minecart level in Donkey Kong.
That music is iconic from those games. Like it's fucking, you can jam out to that nowadays. Like I can hear it in my head. I can't repeat it
vocally, but you can do it in your noggin.
I can hear it. Let's ask the expert. Hold on, Marlena. Would you say that the minecart level from Donkey Kong Country was iconic or miserable?
Both.
She said both.
Both. Literally both. It's literally both.
The problem with that level was like you had to be so precise with those jumps. Like it was like unfair. Like it was.
Hitboxes back then were garbage.
If you want to talk about like, I mean, if you're going to compare levels from games, like, I mean, the minecart level was not that bad when you're talking about the second any level from the Lion King.
Well, also
that game was exceptionally hard for what it was.
Hard.
Well, do you remember the scooter level in the speeder bike level thing in Battletoads? And like you'd see the flashing things before they came in. You had to like know when they actually popped in. You had like a split second to react.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The Battletoads and Double Dragons game was way easier. Than regular Battletoads.
Yeah. See any moves?
But anywho, as
Mega Man X intro level.
So then that's Justin's first one. Obviously, we knew that shit was coming. Makes sense. I agree.
The intro level to Mega Man X is fucking genius.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand the hype behind that level. Like, why it's so.
It teaches you. We haven't.
Here we go.
He hasn't watched the video yet, has he?
No.
No, we need.
Just looking at my clock, you can almost set a watch to it.
We need to watch the video collectively during an episode and just let Cameron enjoy it, so we can all talk about it.
That'll be copyright infringement. You can't do that.
No. He can watch it off screen, right? But we can all discuss the talking points of it. We don't need to see him what he's actually viewing on the screen because
good point.
Good point. This is going to be a weird one because I don't know if we've ever discussed this game, but the opening level to ActRaiser 2 stands out for me. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
ActRaiser. Yeah, it was. I'm reaching for that one right there. That was also a very good level to teach you what you were learning.
Okay.
Mylon's Secret Castle by Hudson Soft for Nintendo.
Wait, you just rambling off all yours?
That's fine if he wants to do that.
I don't know what half these games are.
That's okay. You're cool. That's okay. I don't expect you to.
That was the point. That's why we didn't do a bracket because
we just fucking whatever. No, but the intro level to Mega Man X Cam. The reason why it's such a big deal is because it literally teaches you all the mechanics of the game, and the video that
game's a 2-button game. Jump and
shoot. Go ahead, say it. You can say it. It's okay.
Yeah, it's jump and shoot, man.
Go ahead. It's okay. You can say it's jump and shoot. It's okay. It's all right. But the reason why it makes so much sense is because there is more to that. There's wall jumping, there's dashing. That you don't learn that in the first intro level because you don't acquire that until hopefully your first level, depending.
The first level is normally the ice level, no? The penguin?
Yeah, it is Chill Penguin. It is. Because you want the boots first and foremost more than anything. So
it's also the easiest.
No,
Chameleon one sucks.
Sting Chameleon first. See, it's interesting that you don't understand the hype, but you know the levels in the game. So I mean that obviously.
Yeah, I know that there's the Sting Chameleon, there's the penguin, there's the fucking there's the Sparker guy,
Spark Mandrill.
Then there's the
Launch Octopus, Armored Armadillo. We can do this all day.
I was just trying to prove that I knew some things in this game.
Sting Chameleon. No, we did that already. Boomer Kungwanger. Okay, we can do that.
All right. The fucking eagle.
Storm Eagle. That was the first one.
Storm Eagle.
That was the first one.
Yeah, that was. I forget the order which I used to play it in.
I did my order backwards. I always did Chill Penguin and then Storm Eagle, which was wrong, but I always did that in that order because I wanted the helmet power up before I went to Spark Mandrill stage, which is you should do that second. But if you acquire the helmet power up before you go to his stage, you can then get the Super Mega Ultra Buster, which you would only acquire from. I see Matt smirking for that reference right there. I know you caught that, dude.
Sorry. So sorry.
Is that the Saydukin thing?
No, you don't. So you need all the hard tanks, sub tanks, and armor upgrades, and then you don't acquire the Street Fighter Hadouken until.
It's like impossible to use. It's so slow.
I've beaten the game with that thing. It works.
It works. It's slow as
killing shit. Sigma and killing Sigma's fucking dog with that thing is the greatest fucking thing you can ever do. Anyway, I don't want to keep talking now. I'm gonna let somebody else take the floor here.
Jason,
you already rattled off all yours.
Yeah. I got one more.
Oh, so how many do I do?
Yeah, just whatever.
You just start
talking.
I'd
say 2 or 3. I mean, it doesn't matter. Just speak effusively about things you like. Talk about what you like.
So I had 5 of them. The first one is Mario 3. World 1-4, the one that's the first like side-scrolling one where you have to you have to keep pace with the screen as it's auto-scrolling.
Fuck those fucking levels.
I hated that level
with the sun. How about the one with the sun?
Well, that's in the first Mario.
Oh my god!
No, that's Mario 3. That's Mario 3.
Yep, that's World 2.
Yeah, it's in the
desert world.
On the mic.
Bless you.
So I think I hated that level. And then it got to the point where I made it my 12-year-old goal to just dominate that level. And that level was special because if you got, I think 44 coins, you would get the first white mushroom house that had a power wing, which was basically you could just fly through the entire level. It was like a constant supercharged.
I've never heard it called a power wing before. I've always ever heard it referred to as a P wing. So
P-wing. Yeah. I just always thought it was like a power wing. I don't know. But yeah, I made it my point to dominate that stage. And I mean, still to this day, I can probably rip through that stage with a perfect score.
I like the one with the is it the third world where you're in like the grassy area?
The third world is not standing out to me. The first, second, and fourth world stand out. The fourth is Giant World.
Cameron, I think you're talking about Plant World, level 7.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
The thing about those levels, Jason, is that single player, tolerable. But when you have to play a co-op fucking game with those kind of levels, that is the most rage-inducing. I know there's levels out there, and I just can't think of any off the top of my head that I want to rip my eyes out right now thinking about.
The sunken ghost ships and fucking any Super Mario game is so annoying too.
Second one for me is going to be Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Hydra City Zone. I loved that stage. I don't know what it was about that stage. I just loved it.
I like the whole zone. Fuck the stage. The whole zone is awesome.
Talk about that's good. This will be perfect for me.
It was very fun.
Yeah,
I don't even like the Sega games. Like I don't even like the Genesis games. But like those things.
On.
Go ahead, Matt.
No, they had that's perfect. That's the literal perfect segue because my favorite, like I'm pulling up my list. Like my favorite level in a Sonic game ever is the chemical plant from Sonic 2. Because like the Sonic the Hedgehog 2, like the chemical plant, like that music was just so on point, and just that's the first level that gave me the fear of drowning because you fall up the fucking thing. It's like you're like, I gotta fucking go. But it's
the casino one's pretty cool.
I was gonna say, Cameron. I was gonna say that the casino zone was always one of my favorites.
Casino zone, well, because I just did it.
It's just even visually speaking, like that shit was really nice. Like it was really appealing.
I forget what it was called, but the ruin zone. And then you're running through, and that's the other one where it's like the tunnels. No, that's like the fourth or fifth world. But that's another one where you can fucking drown because when you're running through the aquatic ruins, yeah.
Oh, you're right.
The music in that is so fucking good. That's the one that had the spears. You'd walk by the fucking bricks and they would like shoot spears out of their mouths. It's like Mayan ruins. But like I fucking loved like the chemical plant. But just on the whole, Sonic the Hedgehog, the Genesis games have some of the most iconic music for me from my childhood. Like I can hear them playing in my head right now, and it's awesome.
And sticking with Jason's Sonic thing, the first world in Sonic 1 is a nightmare.
Really?
Yes.
I hate that. I hate that.
I would agree with that. It's obnoxious.
It's so annoying.
Are there going to be any games that we're going to select here on this list that are not platformers? Because I think the most easily recognizable...
Jason has one.
Yep, I have one.
I want to hear this.
What's that?
From Phantasy Star 4. The castle, you're in like you're in like this castle on a moon, and it's just like every time I would play that game, that was my grind spot. I would go from like level, like 28 to 52 or whatever the max level was that you could get from stuff there. But I would spend 3 or 4 hours just grinding there, and then be high enough level to just cakewalk the rest of the game. Always loved it.
There is a couple good levels in Link to the Past that I like. I don't remember exactly which ones off the top of my head.
I don't know if you can call those levels though.
Yes, you can. Dungeons. I'm counting because I've got a dungeon.
I wouldn't consider them levels though, because
they are levels though. They're a level of the game. You cannot progress through the game unless you beat all the different levels.
You're not wrong.
I'm going.
I love a Link to the Past.
I got one on my list, but it's not a Link to the Past on my list.
What is it?
It's Link's Awakening. So for me, it was the face shrine in Link's Awakening. So if you have what you do in the fucking
game doesn't get enough credit. It doesn't get enough credit.
Wasn't that the one? Wasn't that the one that just got remade? Switch, right?
So if you the face shrine, it was one of the first dungeons made me like it. Seriously, it made me. It's really there. Are some of the puzzles in that for me at the time, being a small stupid child, were very difficult to figure out, and it's very weird because it introduces a lot of new like villains and mechanics into that. Like you're upgrading your power ring, so then you can pick up like really heavy stones, and there's like a chess puzzle you have to solve like 5 or 6 times where you have to take these like fucking horse heads, and you have to throw them and hope they land in the right position on the right block. And then the music in there is very creepy, and there's like just like the that's, you know, like the floor tiles are shooting at you, but that's not a new mechanic. But I always remember the face shrine from that game as being one of like the most difficult dungeons in that game. But I'm counting it as a level, Justin. So fuck you.
I mean,
I love you. Fuck you.
That's just my opinion. Like, I mean, when I think of levels, I think of traditional style, like stages, you know, World 1-1, World 1-2. You know what I mean? Like where you're progressively through like a zone.
Well, then I have another one that's technically a level.
Okay.
Which would be from Zombies Ate My Neighbors. Terror in Aisle 5.
That's such a great game.
Oh my God.
Terror in Aisle 5 was the one where you are in like a shopping mall or like a grocery store. And I remember that was the level that introduced me the first time I did it to the little like Chucky doll characters in that game that were really fucking hard to kill. And they just like, they run at you and they're like, and they just have like the knives and they try to kill you. And they're just extremely resilient to every single weapon except for like an explosive, like a rocket launcher. But yeah, that's another one that just sticks out to me is Terror in Aisle 5. For Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
What else you got, Jason?
The second level of BattleTech for Genesis.
I'm out on this one.
I saw Justin's like, look.
I haven't heard that game, man, like in a long time. Like, man.
BattleTech. Why does that sound so familiar? Oh,
it's a mech warrior.
This
game. Yes.
Yeah.
I know this game.
The second one you had to. It was like on this. It was on just some random planet, but you had to. You were up against the time. You were up against the clock for the first part of the mission because you had to. You had to like disable certain things in certain order before, you know, the rocket could launch or something. But then after that, it was just basically you were just walking around leveling everything as part of the mission.
Yeah, they the game was like kind of reminding me a lot of it's like Mech Warrior E from what I can look at, and it looks almost the same.
No, it's not kind of. It is 100% Mech Warrior.
Before Mech Warrior was.
Yeah,
because Mech Warrior was not very good on what like the old version of it. The one was super like, you know, pixelated or like polygon off the wazoo. It didn't really hold up very well. Justin, what do you got?
Hold on, I was just replying to Matt. So I'm going to throw another game out here that, or I can't. None of the opening level to Bart Simpson versus the Space Mutants.
Yeah,
man. So like the 90s brought, or late 80s, early 90s, depending on how old you are, brought us this wonderful friggin' game that is largely missed. It is a 2D side-scrolling platformer starring Bart Simpson, and I'm sure by now that there's no one alive who doesn't know who the fuck he is. But that game, light years ahead of its time. One of the most enjoyable platformers I have ever played. Very difficult, but also extremely rewarding. But that wasn't the one that I originally wanted to discuss. It just came to my head right now while I was thinking about it. But the opening section and few stages of A Boy and His Blob is some of the most fun, challenging, puzzling, but critical thinking gameplay from that era, that 8-bit generation. The problem-solving ability that you had to have in some of the parts of that, even the early stages, was you really had to figure it out and think outside the box. And like even like I feel like games like Scribblenauts owe a lot to A Boy and His Blob, because without that kind of freedom to turn your blob into a ladder, games like Scribblenauts wouldn't exist, where you put it in a friggin' word, a word, an English word. You guys ever play Scribblenauts? No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
Matt,
I had a DS.
Yeah, it's on your phone. Yeah,
the plutonium spatula or whatever it was, when you'd have a fucking nuclear spatula.
Shameless plug for Maniac Mansion. That's it. I'm done.
Maniac Mansion. Ooh, that was a game that I wanted to remake.
You can't just didn't they just remake that?
No, they didn't remake it. There's another game out there like Cameron, what was it?
Oh, Night Trap. Night Trap came to fucking didn't Night Trap come?
Dude,
Didn't
that was
just
an
re-release Night Trap?
adult friggin' Sega CD game, bro. What
Night Trap.
No. What the frig was the name of that game that was like Maniac Mansion?
You just played it, right?
Thimbleweed Park.
Yeah,
Thimbleweed Park. Yeah, just like Maniac Mansion. It was like X-Files meets Maniac Mansion, which I guess Maniac Mansion was preceded X-Files, but it was very similar.
Oh, see, I was right. They did just re-release Night Trap on the PS4, 25th anniversary, re-released a couple of years ago. You can get it for $15 on the PlayStation.
Why?
Night Trap.
That was the adult game, wasn't it?
Wacky. Yeah, it was like the video disc shit, and it was like all the cutscenes were like actual actors and shit. It had what's her name from?
What is this crap?
It had the actress, I think, from oh god, now it's gonna get dark, but Drummond. What was that? What was the name of that show? Shit. God damn it! Continue. Sorry. Now I'm on a tangent here.
Well, did anyone have anything else that they wanted to throw in? Because I was going to change the
just
topic
to piss Cameron off.
I got one.
Jason's got one, and then I got one to piss Cameron off.
I know what it is.
So I got one to piss everybody off.
I don't want to hear about Echo the Dolphin.
Nope, that's not mine.
That's mine.
I know it's yours.
Not mine. Mine's worse.
And you can't say Jolly Roger Bay either.
I was going to say
you can't.
So there's a level in Echo called Open Ocean. So the first Echo game. So
no one played it.
All the other levels before this and everything after, there was like a mission to the level. Like you had to solve a puzzle or do something. Open Ocean was just a wide open left to right. So you were swimming, and it was not a super long level, but you had all these sharks and stuff coming at you. There was nowhere to hide. It was literally you in the water and nothing else. The best way to go through that level was to just mash that like jump button.
Turn your Sega off and
jump over everything.
Fuck you.
I love that level. That was a great level.
That was yours.
You knew Echo was coming.
I was just gonna fuck with you because so one of my other ones, I guess it doesn't play into Justin's rules, but whatever. It was from Kirby Superstar. I really liked the Great Cave Offensive, which was really just like a series of like Kirby levels where you're just trying to collect as much treasure as possible, and you get a little meter thing at the end of like how many dollars you collected, and you make like $50 billion. But was that
the Super Nintendo game that was like 20 games, not 20, but like 5 games in one? I never understood what that game actually was. I always played it.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of games. It was a game that was a bunch of like mini games. So there was a Great Cave Offensive. There was Dynablade, which was where you were like moving through a bunch of levels to fight like a giant robot bird. There was Samurai Kirby, which was cool, where it was like a reaction-based game. Like you have to be like your two Kirby characters. Like you're like drawing your sword first. And there were a couple of other ones, but yeah, I liked the Great Cave Offensive when I played it at my friend Tony's house. It was fun as fuck. So,
Justin, do you want to say something before I move this on?
So the one level I think that we can all unanimously agree that will induce a bunch of hate and anger in all of our lives is the sewer level from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That shit was easy.
Fuck you, Cameron. Shut up.
I used to own that shit when I was in my sleep. I would just like
that
sleep.
game. Fuck that level in particular.
That pissed me the fuck off. I remember being violent.
That's the one thing I got to say about those games back then. And this is also going to call back to the Eagle Raptor video that Cameron still needs to watch. Is like they didn't fucking hold your hand back then. Mm-mm.
Yeah, no.
Nope. You either
and games weren't long; they needed to be difficult to make. They needed to be difficult, like they were long.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, they didn't. I mean, some were long. Like, I mean, the RPGs were long, but like the platformers, no, they were quarter. If they were in the arcade, fuck it, yo. No, they were. It's almost like they were designed to be quarter munchers, but they weren't. They were put out on home consoles, and Mega Man 2. Crash Man? Yeah, there's a friggin' boss level at the end of Mega Man 2 where you have to have full fucking Crash Man energy to break the walls and then break the fucking things that shoot you. And yeah, so
I remember playing, it was either Contra or Super Contra. I remember
It's Super C.
Playing that entire game, Super C.
It's got to be Super C. Contra 1 is doable. Super C is
not good.
What?
No bueno.
Way harder.
Okay, then it was the first one. I remember going through, like, playing this game entirely before school one day. It was that quick.
Yeah, it was never a
Jesus.
It only took like 45 minutes. Like the enemy, everything happened at the exact same spot on every single playthrough. So as long as you knew where things were going to jump out, you can already have a bullet going over, and then they pop out, and then boom, they're done.
Well, then my last one I'll say before I move this topic on real fast before we wrap up is the first level in Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Oh, all right. That's a good one.
To be fair, you can only acquire the God tier power up in the first level. So good choice.
The gold one?
Mm-hmm.
You can only get the gold armor in the first level?
The super duper fireball mechanism thing. Yeah, you got to be fast at it. And then you have to fucking not die or get hit the entire fucking time you play through the freaking game. And then you have it and to play it again. And then you want to kill yourself.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a cool level. I never understood the timing on how to get some of those things. I remember.
Thank you, Capcom. Thank you.
But moving on before we wrap up, I found this article and I thought that it'd be interesting, especially because you guys are all RPG nerds. I'm not. And this was according to Metacritic, the 10 best 16-bit RPGs, and this list is pleasantly surprising.
4 of them right off the top of my head. Secret of Mana. 5 of them: Secret of Mana, Earthbound, Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy 6 or 3, depending, and then Super Mario RPG. That's half the list right there.
You are respectfully wrong.
Wow.
According to Metacritic, you are not.
Okay.
I think you have
Chrono Trigger's on there.
Rattle them off.
So now this is from Screen Rant. It's from March 25th, 2020.
Chrono Trigger's on there, right?
This is any 16-bit style game. It's not necessarily that. So number 10 is Breath of Fire.
Okay.
Really?
Yep, scored a 79 on Metacritic.
Fuck made that? Wasn't that
Capcom, number 9 is Phantasy Star.
Yeah, okay.
Which got an 82.
I'll see what that.
Okay.
Number 8 is Octopath Traveler, which got an 83.
Okay.
7 is Secret of Mana, which got an 83. 6 is Hyper Light Drifter, which got an 84.
I don't even know what that is. Matt, what is that?
Wargroove.
It's not that great.
Wargroove, which has a 84.
Wargroove is a Game Boy Advance style, like
Still
Advanced
16-bit.
Wars type
Still
game.
16-bit.
Really?
All
right, I guess. I've never played
Stardew Valley.
No, I wouldn't.
Number 4.
I wouldn't put that as an RPG. I wouldn't put that as an RPG. No,
I'm not done yet. Number 3 is Dragon Quest S 2D mode. Has a 91.
That's the newest one.
Has a 91.
Wow. Justin.
Number 2 is Chrono Trigger, which has a 92.
But what's number 1? It's going to be something stupid, probably.
Anyone want to take a guess on this before I announce it?
I already named off the if it's not Earthbound, Final Fantasy 6. Secret of Mana was
It's Final Fantasy 6.
It's got to be
6.
It's got to be Final Fantasy 6. It's got to be. It's got to be. Because those two games, those are the 2 games that are always...
Link to the Past.
Ooh, good point.
95% on Metacritic is none other than Link to the Past.
Yeah, that makes sense. Man. I will yield.
There is
second place.
There is no Final Fantasy on this list.
I don't agree. Chrono Trigger was made by Square, but anyway,
it is.
I will. Wow. I'm gonna objectively disagree with that list
revenge.
Because they're not all technically 16-bit games. Because especially Octopath runs on extremely powerful hardware, and not buying it.
Well, I'm just letting you know that this is what they put together.
Okay, good for them. Let's see actual 16-bit games that came out in the 4th generation.
Wow.
I mean, I don't. Someone's getting spiteful right here.
He's getting a little up in his ass right now.
I mean, I'm not too sure why Collection of Mana and then is on here. I didn't know the Collection
didn't that just came out?
Okay.
Collection
of Mana? I thought it just came out recently. Collection of Mana. No, 2 years ago, June 11th, 2019.
So you didn't like Octopath Traveler then, real quick, correct, Justin?
I haven't played enough of it to give my opinion. Initially, I loved it for the art style and the sprites. I loved it. The immediate turnoff for me was the voice acting. But that is a personal opinion, and that has nothing to do with the actual experience that the game is delivering. I haven't gotten far enough in the game to actually form an opinion on it, other than I don't want voice acting in my, which also, if it's a 16-bit game, there ain't no voice acting because you didn't have the fucking technology. It was just a laugh. That was all you had. That was it. So, I'm just super saying.
Like deep laughs, like
Well,
yay.
That's yeah, that's I don't know what to say. Like that's what it says. Like I didn't make this list. But another thing that real fast too, it says 5 wonderful 16-bit RPGs you may have missed growing up is Shadowrun.
No, I did not miss that. I played that shit, and then they had the friggin' other one that came out, the actual other Shadowrun, which was a first-person shooter, came out in the Xbox.
Yes, did.
I played that shit.
Shining in the Darkness, a first-person dungeon crawler, is the origin of the Sega Drawler. Dungeon Drawlers is the origin of the Sega Shining series. I guess Jason knows this.
Very
Hold on a second.
Tightly linked to Shining Force.
I want to go back to this list that Cameron put up because literally when it gets to friggin' A Link to the Past, this is though there might be some arguments whether or not the Zelda series should be considered an RPG or not. So like I mean that alone that's my argument right there. Like.
Well, 5 more. The other 5 games that you might have missed after Shining in the Darkness is King's Bounty.
Yeah, now that's a good game.
Secret of Evermore.
Evermore, yes. Great
That's
game.
Another good one.
Great game.
And last but not least is Robotrek.
Fuck is Robotrek?
Not familiar with that.
Jason and I know what Robotech is, but I don't know what Robotech.
Not Robotrek.
It just says it's not.
You know what Robotech is?
It's it's interesting looking.
I reminded myself, but I never played it.
No.
Wait, Robotech? No. Oh, the anime. All
right, there you go.
Yeah.
There it is. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Preceded friggin' Gundam, dude. It was like, that was hardcore love back when I was growing up. My God.
Robotrek?
No, Robotech. I'm looking at Robotrek right now. It was developed by Enix. Oh, that's shocking. Who knew?
Back in the day.
It's interesting. It looks just like every other generic RPG.
Shocker. I guess I would never play. Square bought them, and they are part of a friggin' conglomerate now that just makes RPGs. Who knew?
But
look, they made ActRaiser. Yeah, dude, check that shit out, guys. It's a platformer. It's awesome. Plays a fucking Illusion of Gaia. Oh my God, I forgot about some of these games.
Well, while you continue to bone over that, I will respectfully say once again, this is Why Miner represents Alpha Beta Gold, where you can follow us on Instagram, Why Miner Official, Facebook.com/Why Miner, and listen to new episodes every Monday on YouTube, your favorite podcast service. So tomorrow, or yesterday, if you're listening to this, was Easter. So happy Easter holidays. What do you say?
Happy belated Easter.
Happy belated Easter.
Yeah, there's just one Easter. No, that's it. You either celebrate it or you don't. So those of you who celebrated, happy Easter. Those of you who didn't, cool.
James, Microsoft's finest, Jason Porter, Justin Matt. Until next time.